Yep, thought so. Get the fuck up. Probably gonna beat him out of his blue screen of death.
Let's go.
Yeah.
How long does this hallway go on for? Oh, hi. Hello. More. Oh, fuck off. Oh boy. Is there a better magic to deal with like loads of enemies like that? But that seemed to work out quite well, actually. Not that easy. Now, I hate to disturb the order of things, but this potentially may be the last time I get a chance to do this, or to check this. Yes. Okay, Project Gestalt 0923 as noted in the previous report, implementation of Gestalt mode can prevent the white chlorination syndrome we recently experienced. Transfer of bodily information to civilization repressed replicants is proceeding as planned, with the genes of the original safely stored inside. Our role as surveillance androids to prepare for when the curable bacterial disease eventually dies out was also underway. So far, this is proceeding without issue. She is a surveillance android. Popular. Shorthand minutes of case 23. Issue observed upward trend of relapses noted and discussed. Acceleration, blah, blah, blah. Debate over using codename NieR for human restoration schedule. Preparation to launch Vice decoder system for above. Order collection of guidance to release code Jerry alongside Vice launch. We've determined that the rise of relapses was due to an unexpected spike in the sentience of replicants, as well as the genetic instability within the original Gestalt. It seems the original's effect on bodies that have undergone the Gestalt process was not anticipated in advance. Immediate action must be undertaken to identify the links between this trend and the original Gestalt, along with its sister, the relapse case known as Yona. The observer contact group is growing uneasy, so finding a solution to the relapse issue should be considered a top priority. See the more details. Popular. Oh, that was it? No, I missed one. This document discusses potential strategies for the relapse cases we have observed in recent years. The term relapse, of course, refers to the catastrophic loss of sentience. It's very hard with this toothache to speak. Sentience speak. The term relapse, of course, refers to the catastrophic loss of sentience seen in certain gestalts. This syndrome has defied even our most pessimistic initial estimates and continues to trend upward with disturbing speed. With some relapse gestalts beginning to attack replicants, there is an urgent need to take comprehensive action. We remain convinced that an unknown technological defect in the Gestalt transformation process is responsible for the condition, but so far have been unable to confirm this theory. Research of this condition is now our top priority and looks likely to continue for some time. Debla. All right.
Strike hard. Hold nothing back.
Okay, that worked.
How can a mere tool hope to stand against the Shadowlord?
Don't speak in such a manner, fool. I am nothing like you.
Impossible!
Don't relax yet. It's not over.
Oh, that was easy.
Be careful!
I know!
Oh. Oh, your guard broke me. Okay. Oh, word? No, can't launch you.
Vice, you alright?
Naturally, I'm as fit as a bit.
Oh. Where the heck is he? Okay.
Wait.
Yona? Oh, Yona's all grown up now. I forgot.
Brother.
Yona.
Please, just stop. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't need someone else's body. I don't want it. There's another girl inside this body. I can hear her. She won't stop crying. She says she wants to see her brother.
Yona's been possessed?
No.
This girl loves her brother
Yes, but
just as much as I do.
this is his Yona.
You know? It's not right that she can't see him.
This is his Yona, the Shadowlord's Yona. Is this near the NieR that we played as at the beginning? And this Yona is the Yona from that beginning,
Isn't it?
who's taken over the replicant body of the Yona that we know and love? Is that what's going on?
Yes, it's me. Let's go home.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what to. I'm so very sorry. No matter what. Just know that I love you.
Hurry. The shade that possessed her is gone.
I'm sure he's not happy about that.
Kai, watch over Yona for me. Want me to understand your sadness? You think I'm gonna sympathize with you? I swore to protect my sister and my friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Now come on, let's finish this.
Oh. How many of these have I got left anyway? 6. Vice, is that okay?
You're freaking me out here, Vice.
What are you doing? Some sort of... Strike the killing blow.
I will once he gets off the ground.
One moment, please.
You okay?
Fine, just fine. All right, no, I'm not.
Vice.
It seems some headstrong idiot has decided to push me beyond my limits. I should have taken that job as a cook if I had the chance.
Vice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Only joking. I hate cookbooks.
But...
Let's go. Out of the way. I have one final task to fulfill.
Where are you going?
Why, to stop him, of course. But after that, it's up to you. Only you can see this battle to its conclusion. I wish you luck, my friend.
You can't. I swore I'd always fight by your side.
You are an exceedingly stubborn lad. You know that, yes? Perhaps that's why I've so enjoyed our time together. But I fear this is where our journey ends.
Vice!
Oh, and remember what I told you about using my full name? Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Vice.
Vice. I knew you'd come around.
Don't let it go to your head now.
Grimoire Vice has lost all of his powers. Oh, look, it says items now instead of Grimoire Vice. And weapons now. Okay.
I have something to defend. I have a reason to live.
Yeah, alright. That's well and nice and everything. But I can't get to you. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. Okay. Come on. Ah. A world in flux is the achievement I just got.
Is Yona all right? Oh God, no.
Oh, please, the girl is fine.
Weiss? Where are you? Are you okay?
I am as well as can be, considering I have lost my physical form. Doubtless my voice will be the next to go, so listen closely. Your sister is safe. Do not mourn her, and do not give up hope. Instead, you must call her back to you.
How?
Use your memories. Recall the times you spent with her. Present her with proof that the two of you live still, and that your lives have meaning.
I don't know.
Typical. But take heart. I know you can do it.
What's my favorite food? Cookies. What's my favorite book? That's my magic storybook. What's my favorite place? Home with you. What's my favorite flower? The lunar tear, of course. Okay, one more question. Who do I love more than anyone?
That's a text box. Me? I guess I got it right.
Is that you?
I like how the music gets simple each time you hit him. Yeah, honestly, the music direction in this game is fucking fantastic.
Is this my body?
Yes, Yona. It's yours and yours alone.
You look bigger than before. Like you've grown up.
Well, yeah. I guess you haven't seen me for a while.
How much time passed? Was it 5 or 7 years?
This whole time?
Something like that.
It's almost like I'm a princess from
5,
a fairy
yeah.
tale.
Oh, Yona. I'm so happy to have you back.
Me too.
Kaine.
You and your sister, you have a good life, Kay?
Where are you gonna go?
Guess I'll...
You could stay with us, you know.
Thanks, but I'll pass. You know how it is. I got my own shit to take care of.
What do you mean?
Personal shit, alright? Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
Kaine.
Hey, look. It's beautiful.
You left the window open anyway. Massive draft.
For the longest time, I heard someone telling me how they wanted to see the light. And now, they can finally see it. Thank you. I love it. It's so sunny today.
Yeah, it sure is.
There we go. Everyone who worked in the game in alphabetical order. That's a weird way to do credits, to be fair. Not gonna lie. Right, so as I understand, there are 4 endings / 5 with Replicant. So while I would love to call this, final, it is not. I can only go final. I do intend to do a 3-hour stream tonight, so I guess we'll move on to Route B as soon as this is done. Now, I'm not a big fan of credits. Or having to sit. This is a really weird way to do it because I see like Emmy Evans on the vocals. I saw Eden Regal is one of the voice actors. Like, it's just everyone who worked on the game in alphabetical order. Sorry, it's just a weird way to do this. Such a weird way to do that. But yeah, we will tackle Route B once the thingies are done. If anything, the alphabetical order gives me a good idea of when. So I keep getting distracted by things in the credits. I saw Jameson Price as the voice of the player, but in a certain thing. And obviously Jameson Price was the voice of NieR in the original Gestalt version. Kira Buckland as, I don't know, who? Interesting. Carl McCarley, the 2 voice actors from NieR Automata as, I don't know. This was done by Cup of Tea Productions, the voice talent thing. Voiceover production company. And casting company, I believe. At least I'll know how long I've got to go until the end of the credits. So many people called Nguyen. Well, while that's going, I am going to refill my water / juice. So what I'll do is I'll cut to this screen and I'll be right back. For some reason, my control pad also controls OBS if OBS is in focus. Save it here. Ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience Kinase story. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff is unlocked. Okay. Oh, interesting. I'll leave that alone though for now.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
Kaine's dreams, discrimination. What? Get ready for 30 minutes of reading? I'm not being funny, but I can barely speak as it is. Ugh. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Okay, I gotta suck it up. All right. The sound of the rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rain like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as anyone could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived the shipwreck. Those traits combined with a pale white skin to give the face of an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped on the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on, come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vane slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vane could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced again against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eyes and blurred her vision. But she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to the sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated and, if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt... Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless, a failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. "Show me." "No." "Did you just say no?" Demo grinned evilly. "You don't say no to me. No one says no to me." Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. "Come on, guys, let's give the freak what she deserves." As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. "I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for? Huh? Everyone knows what you really are." Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the river vein. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. "Go home?" Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. "Freak," chanted the children. "Freak, freak, freak." Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hand of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children had glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. "Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards touch my Kaine ever again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it." The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. I'm going to assume this is Grandma. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. "Ow!" he screamed, leaping to his feet. "Stop it! What are you doing?" "Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch." "You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me." The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. "Get out! Leave this village! No one wants you here, either of you!" Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. "Ha! Look at the fat boy go! Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight." The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting out the blood on her forehead. "Oh, Kaine," she said, "why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot." The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me," she said. "I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore." Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. "Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead." As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. "Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You've got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand?" The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. "You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it." And the words hit home. Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. "Oh? by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud and tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depth of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all those things and somehow had emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not, don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body is not normal. If I was normal, then Mum and Dad wouldn't. Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter and I love you, and if folks have a problem with that, then they can go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collecting a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track the flowers down, using its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a foolish thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we've got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to get back to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for her home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Oof, more reading, huh? Oh, I thought we were past the reading. This is tough because of the toothache. Like, I'm actually experiencing pain, but I'm like trying to ignore it. Painkillers not kicking me back.